Profits calling, it's my time. Precision move, sharp and clean. Living life on this money machine. Scalping seconds, slicing fast. Ride the wave, don't let it pass. Green and red, they set the tone. Win or lose, I'm in the zone. Trade the dots, connect the line. Profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, sharp and clean. Living life on this money machine. Every tick's a heartbeat loud. High stakes play, I'm feeling proud. Risk and thrill, it's all the same. One more trade to up my game. Pivots turn, I'm locked and sure. Cut the losses, keep it pure. Every trend, I see the clues. I'll ride the highs and dodge the blues. Trade the dots, connect the line. Profits calling, it's my time. Precision moves, sharp and clean. Living life on this money machine.
Hello, guys. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. If everything is good, I want to hear from you because we had all sorts of issues yesterday, and I want to make sure that everything is good today. So I need to hear yes. Let's go. Tom, good morning. Good morning. Hey. Good morning. G-Foss, Fabio, everybody. The crew's here. Good morning, guys. Sorry, we had a massive fuck up yesterday in Asia session trade. I could not, we couldn't get it going. But fortunately, it was a really simple issue. So we fixed it. We're good to go. We are going to, for those of you guys who want to get involved with my coaching, hang on a second. Let me just put up the link for my coaching. Okay. Here's the link for coaching. Be sure to QR this code. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the code in here. Coaching is tonight. And if you want to join, this is the deal of the century. If you join, actually, I'll buy you 2 free prop accounts as part of the deal. So not only are you going to be able to come in coaching, we're going to talk a lot about some of the longer term strategies that I have involved in BFF, but you're going to get, I'm literally going to fund you with 2 free accounts. So if you want to do that, please QR the link, or there's a link in I'm actually going to, hang on, let me pin this link. Pin this message. Okay. I pinned the link up here. Can you pin more than one? I wonder if you could pin more than one. Hey, okay. Good morning, Martin. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes. Thank you for verifying. I don't bullshit. I never lie, guys. I never lie. You can always see we trade live, we talk live. That's the one thing about us. Thank you. I appreciate it. So anyways, good day, good morning a lot of stuff going on here. So let's just understand what's happening in the price action, where the markets are moving, why we got the pop. We're starting a little bit early today, and I actually kind of like. I gotta be honest with you. I think I like the 9 o'clock start. I mean, it may be a little. It's really brutal for anybody on the West Coast. I know because it's a 6 o'clock start, but it's generally, I think this is always a really good time to kind of trade the half hour pre-New York market. There's a lot of stuff that that you can basically capitalize on. But what happened today is, so two things happened. The spike on this little red spike to the bottom over here, you guys see me, moving my cursor on. That was pretty bad economic data. Jobless claims popped 15,000. That's a big pop. I haven't seen it 245. We haven't seen it 250, 245 in a very long time. We've been running at around 225 jobless claims. So that means, yes, I think a lot of the slowdown is, oh, shit. I gotta move. Bye. I'm late. I'm a little bit late on this trade. Just trying to scalp my dots over here. The target over here is going to be, what is my target? 823.50. 823.50. Let's see if I can get that moving. I was just a little bit late on the move here. So that all got reversed by the positive news that Chinese media reported that Xi and Trump are going to get on a phone call today, which means that they're going to the great hope is that the tariffs, they're going to come up with some kind of a reasonable, rational tariff deal that will hold, not just month to month, day to day, but will hold for the foreseeable future, and that should pacify the markets. And then that was the positive pop. I'm basically just trying to trade my little dots here in a pretty volatile environment. So could this work? Maybe. Could this not work? Maybe not. News spikes are always very, very volatile, and it's very, very tough. The stop out here is going to take me out. Oh, I just got stopped. So we got clipped on this trade. Unfortunately, not a bad trade. It's not that it was a bad trade. It was the proper trade. It's just that we have a big spike up, big spike down, and the market just took out us on volatility. Because if you look at how this worked, we had positive trend. Red dot, green dot, positive momentum, higher momentum, obviously from the original move. But it's all very spiky because of news. And unfortunately, what happened was I was talking to you guys and I wasn't paying attention to the entry. My entry was a little bit late. I don't think it would have mattered actually, because whether the entry is early or late, I think it would have been spiked out here anyways. So we eat it. We move on to the next one. We wait for the next setup and see how it goes. Yeah, Tom says it needed to be above the EMA. True, it wasn't above the EMA, but it was a higher low. So I took it. Generally, you're always going to have volatility with news spikes, and it's just part and parcel of the trade. But who cares? This is my this is the eval account. We will we'll take the next signal. We'll work this trade out. And if we don't, we don't. My funded accounts would have been. I didn't trade this on my funded account, but on my funded accounts, I'm trading very small very, very small sizes. And you can see yesterday, I think I was at 5,200. Now I'm at 5,300. I'm perfectly happy just trading $10 trades. And the reason why the $10 trades are fine is because you can always repair those very, very easily with just a $50 trade. And then even if that doesn't work, you can always repair with a $200 trade, all still within the target. Whereas here, we're starting with a $100 trade, and it clips us out. It hurts us. I'm watching this again because I think if I get a secondary green dot, I'll go again because I don't think there was anything wrong with the setup. It was just volatility moves. Yeah, so Fabio says, well, Charles took him to TP. It's because you were ahead of me, because I was yapping my mouth off and not paying attention, and you were actually focused on the trade. So yeah, and this is always the Achilles heel of me trying to trade live with you guys, of course, is because I can't, chew gum and walk at the same time. It requires very, very strong concentration. I should have been in that trade 10 seconds earlier. I would have had better fills, would have probably had the target. But, it is what it is. The point of me here trading is for you guys to see the setups. When I trade the funded accounts, that's a completely different story, and there I'm much more focused on what I'm doing. And you generally don't see me trading the funded accounts with you guys because it's precisely for that reason. When you're trying to teach and trade, you're always going to, especially with the with the kind of trading I do, you're always going to be a little bit slower because you're trying to explain as well as trade at the same time. So Fabio says he enters with 1 second before and that's what it is. Sometimes you just get lucky. Sometimes if you're just a little bit early, you get lucky because that's it. We're trying to go for a very short target, and it really was just right then and there. I knew I was late the moment I pressed the button, but I wanted to to demonstrate the trade. Now I'm watching this one. So if this one goes to a green dot, I'm just going to go back in. That's not the right trade, but it's not a bad, like if the green dot stays here, it very much stays to our idea that we have. I guess it doesn't. So that we'll now watch for the next candle. Basically, what's happening now, if you look at the price action and you try to understand what's happening in the market right now, we had a positive news shock. Obviously, the market, a lot of orders got swept. Now the market makers are trying to basically, they took all their losses back. Because if you think about it, the market makers are the ones that printed all the offers here. So now they immediately want to come back, get flat on the book, make a P&L on this whole move. And of course, if you sold all the way up and you bought everything off, you bought it all down here, your P&L is nice and flat. So when you're watching the price action, especially against news spikes, you always want to understand, what happens to the market makers, because the market makers are the most important players in the game, in a sense that it doesn't matter what you think the price is going to do. It's what they can force the price to do that's going to matter. Most of the time, they're able to force the price to do their own bidding so that they can be profitable. Sometimes there's such massive panic, either to the upside or to the downside, that they get rolled over. In other words, when the crowd is too, so this is a horrible analogy, but it's a really good one. It's actually a really good one to think about this one. So like how when you have demonstrations and you have unruly crowds and you have the riot control police, right? So the riot control police are always much smaller than the actual demonstration, right? But they have the weapons, they have the tools. So they can, most of the time, can kind of disperse the crowd with a water cannon and stuff like that. Boom, boom, boom. However, there are certain times, especially when things get really out of control, or when you have big revolutionary fervor, like sometimes you see this in the movies, where the crowd is just so overwhelming that it overwhelms the force. So as I said, this is a horrible analogy, but it's a really good one to understand about how market prices move. Most of the time, market makers are like the crowd control policemen. They can control the price flow to their own benefit and push it to the levels where they're going to become profitable. But occasionally, the market gets such a strong piece of news that it's going to roll the market makers over. In this case, obviously, crowd control won. And that's kind of how you want to be thinking about all of this. Easiest way to get a hold of us is through contact@bktraders.com. If you're sending us through some kind of channels that are not working, we're no longer on Discord, so I may not be monitoring the messages. Just literally this is actually a very, very good question, because there are so many scammers. There are so many people that pose like me. There are many more people that pose like Kathy. People scam all the time. They say, hey, we have a crypto fund. We will never ever ask you for money. We haven't managed money in 15 years. if anybody in my name asks you to deposit money anywhere, it's a scam. I guarantee you it's a scam. I never ask for your money. The only time, it's going to be a situation for your money is when you're coming in to get our tools. That's a complete, or our courses. It's a completely different story. But I will never ask you for your money to bullshit deposit in some money management fund. That is absolute scam. So to avoid all of that, to avoid every single thing, the first point of contact, because nobody, that is inviolable. That point of contact, nobody can fake, is our email address, which is contact@bktraders.com or contact@bkforest.com, either one, but contact@bktraders.com. You email us there. I will always answer your email, and it will always reach me, genuine me. So if you're having any issues on any problem, you should always email us first. We can always establish different channels of communication later. You can always come into the community and talk to me on chat on community. But if you don't know how to do that, or just are unable, always. You have any questions to us, it's always, I'm going to put the email address over here. It's contact@bktraders.com. Okay. So make sure you always reach us. GFAS also got the fill. He got 1525, 2025 exit. Good for you, man. Good for you. So anyways, for those of you guys who are listening, yeah, get a hold of me. Get a hold of me through contact. Okay. We're kind of, we're in stall mode. What is it? 9:15. I guess, the spike got distributed. Now the market is going to try and see. There's a lot of push and pull in the market today, honestly. And really the question, the big countervailing forces in the market today are the clearly slowing down economic data, because now there's a little bit of a hangover in the post tariff turmoil that everybody is seeing, because hiring has clearly slowed down. Spending hasn't slowed down yet. But we see ADP data that was much weaker. We saw ISM data that was much weaker. Tomorrow we have the non-farm payrolls, which I will be trading with you guys. The link will be up a little bit later today, but we will be trading 8:15. I'm going to trade from you from Boca Raton, Florida, your favorite retirement home of your grandfather. I'll be there trading from there. Hopefully the internet will be good. And we will definitely, get into the price action there. But so you have this negative pull from the fundamental data, which is kind of pulling the prices down, against the positive hope of a permanent resolution on the tariff situation that will actually align with, with growth. And so we'll have to see how all that goes. Right now, it looks like the whole, tariff spike is getting reversed, but it's early. We are only trading trend. So for now, it's positive trend in NASDAQ. What's actually, by the way, I haven't looked at gold. What's gold doing? Gold was positive, got spiked down, I guess, on the tariff news, and just sort of also doing very, very little here on the moves. I do want to talk to you a little bit about a way that I'm trading my own funded accounts, which I think is also very legitimate in how you would trade the eval accounts. But it's a very advanced technique. We'll talk more about this in coaching. But let me just see what's going on over here. I want to try to find a good example. So imagine you're in the following situation where, we're trading trend only, right? Trading trend only in gold. This is a good example. So we take the green dot winner. We take the green dot winner, right? Great. Now we take a look at this issue. This is actually also becomes I'm trying to find a loser here. I don't have. Okay, maybe I have. Okay. So in this particular case, we have rising slope, green dots are all working for us. In this case, the slope is negative, right? Markets are coming down, but we still have green dots and we still have a positive trend. So we're going to keep staying on that positive side, looking for bounces. So we take this at 18, we make the dollar, great. We take this one, we make a dollar, great. We take this one, even this one, no, this one does not work. Let's imagine we take this one and it doesn't work, right? What do we do in that case? Like where you are failed on the trade. What I do in my this is the one time I will change my direction. If I traded properly and it failed, right? Especially, if it hasn't made, and this is the critical thing, this is the trend slice, and it hasn't made fresh highs in the trend slice. You see how like these all made money, but it hasn't made fresh highs. So then if I am stopped out on this, and we haven't made fresh highs, I will actually take the opposite signal. It tells me that the opposite side is the stronger side, right? So I could have actually flipped myself around and gone the other way, but I wanted to explain the methodology before I kind of jump you in. Now doesn't matter because now we're getting positive bid, positive trend. And how much time do I have on this thing? I have 7 seconds, so we're going to go long on this thing. Boom, long. Okay, I'm long this thing with an 820 target. Okay, I'm trying to extend this chart so it's kind of visible. Okay, here's my target right over here. And, not working against on me, but fine. If I eat it, I eat it. But I think we have a reasonable chance here to make target. Let's see. I'm in at, I guess I'm in at 15. Oh, it just went almost to the spike here. Went almost to my target. Let's see, what's my target here? It's 8:15. I wonder. I think. Just watching this here. Oh, almost there. It was like 86. There we go. How come it's not doing me? Wait, flag. What's going on over here? I just flagged myself out. I'm trying to understand what happened here. 20 ticks. That should have got me done. I don't know why it didn't get me done. All right, whatever it was, we made the money back, which is fine. Because it's just this very, very stretched out chart here. But you can see it doesn't matter because I was, the dominant part is I'm still trading trend, and the dominant target was account. Hey, Fabio got the first account funded. Good time. Yeah, it says second time it got them done. Maybe it was just very, very fast markets. Fabio, we're going to give you, my friend, we're going to give you the chicken. Where's the chicken? Where's my flying chicken? Here's my raining chicken. Fabio gets the raining chicken. If you want to get funded, if you want to be one of the 5% of the people in the world that actually gets funded on trade accounts, which is a lower percentage than those that get into the Ivy League schools, then I invite you to come hang out with us. Let me get rid of this. I invite you guys to come hang out with us. I'll be here. Hold on. Over here. Here's the link to my coaching session, because I explain in very, very clean, simple detail, as well as with PDF documents, which I'm gonna provide for you guys, step-by-step instructions of how we trade this thing and how we trade the dots and how everybody in the room, not everybody in the room, but a lot, 70% of people in the room who trade with me get funded on accounts, which is amazing because if you think about it, you're spending 20, 30 bucks, which you're not even spending because I'm going to buy you the account. And if you get funded, now you have a $50,000 account or a $25,000 account that you can trade like I do right now for payout. So these are all now every single one of these, I went through this with you guys earlier on Tradeovate. These are all the accounts that are funded now. And now we're going to try and do the same thing on Wealth Chart. Sorry. Oh God, sorry. Back to my allergies. Anyways, just watching the price action. Market got 5 minutes to the open. Now we're going to go into kind of a freeze zone. We're not going to do anything until market opens, and we'll see. We'll see how the market opens and try to trade our trend positioning trades the best we can. Yes. So there's an easy way, which I'm going to show you tomorrow. But the reason why I don't want to show it to you today is because the good news for everybody who's a Wealth Charts customer, and I really recommend if you guys are going to go get some Apex accounts, please get them on Wealth Charts. You see how much easier it is to trade off of Wealth Charts, where I have the execution platform as well as the chart platform as well as my indicator all in one space. Not only that, I could literally have multiple browsers open at the same time and be able to trade like multiple browsers. We could even trade gold if we wanted to later on, which I'm actually probably going to do. But what I was going to say to you is the good news is we have the final version, the dot version of Wealth Charts ready. Hopefully, I'm gonna talk to the guys tomorrow. Hopefully, it will be ready for prime time by the time we get to NFPs. So I will go through tomorrow exactly how to set up the Wealth Charts. It's super easy. It's literally going to be drop down box. There's going to be like one choice to the top. You're going to choose that, and it's going to look exactly the way I need it for you to look. It'll be super easy for you guys to be able to trade the dot structure that we trade all the time. So yeah, very excited. Oh, actually, I think. Oh no, it's not. Let me see. I thought maybe it's already there. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Not quite yet. No, not this version, but it'll be coming very soon, and we'll be ready to go. No, it doesn't. It can't get named with a version number like that. It's not. It doesn't work that way on charts. It's just it's automatically updates. What is that? What do you mean? You created a Wealth Chart GPT that does analysis for you. And if you did, Joe, feel free to share it. Is it a prompt? I'd love to see. Just post the prompt in comments, and I'll post it up here for everybody to see, so they can take a look at it. Because that's really interesting. That would be really interesting. I'm sure a lot of people in the room would like to know how to do that. Second green dot, baby. Come to me. Come to Papa. 52 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if we can get another. Actually, no, I can't. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I'm gonna violate my own rule of not trading right into the open, but I kind of vibe it. If I get a green dot, I think this is going to be a pop on the move. But if we don't, then it's not a trade. It doesn't matter. It feels like as I'm looking at the price action and you're looking at the chart, for now at least, for the last half an hour, the Trump news, the tariff news trumps the bad data news. Not to play puns, but it feels like the market's still tilting positive. So I want to be able to participate in any kind of positive signal if I get one. But obviously I need to get one. All right, I got how much? $1.52. So we've got 2 minutes left. It's actually market open, so it's really starting to push up. No, I meant, is it a really, really long prompt? Yeah, put it into community, but but I'll share it with everybody on YouTube as well. By the way, everybody who wants to go into community, I'm just going to put the link in here again. And if you want the community, let me just get the community link. Here's the community link. All right, everybody go out there, get the community link. Where am I? How much time is this? What do I have here? 59 seconds, 58 seconds left. So still flirting around with the green dot. Just take a look over here. What's going on here? 51 seconds left. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for the new wealth charts version. It's going to be awesome. Interesting. Kathy just posted in the room saying, that's really interesting. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, that according to her analysis, she actually thinks non-farm payrolls are going to beat. That's really interesting. That's completely out of consensus. I'm shocked that she thinks that, but it'll be fun. All right, so we got 18 seconds left. Market literally on the open here. We're going to start pumping it. Do we buy it? Yes, we buy it. What the fuck? Come on. Oh, green dot disappears. We don't do anything unless the green dot is there. I'm going to wait for the candle to close, because if it doesn't close, okay, boom, long. Is it going to work? No, it's going to, come on. Yes, come on. There we go. Yay. We hit the target. So again, guys, this is the do as I say, not as I do portion of the show. This is clearly a very, very dangerous trade, but I had the vibe. I really felt like, you're looking at the price action. Again, I was talking to another trader yesterday, and he said something really interesting. He said, really, it's the ability to be able to read the chart like a musician reads notes. And reading the chart, you could tell that there was just massive burst of wanting to go higher on the open, just because the tariff news looked like it was more positive than anything else. And that was good. It worked. We hit the target. We're in good shape. Anybody follow me into that? Thanks. Joe's going to put this into community chat. I'm going to copy it, and then I'll share it with you guys tomorrow. Or those of you who want the prompt from ChatGPT, just come join us. Our community. It's totally free. It's totally free. Not only is it only totally free, but you get day trading course, and you get the Forex course, totally free over here. So go out there. I just put the join link again into the thing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the join link into Twitter, because I know you guys are watching me on Twitter and you're all too fucking lazy to come over to YouTube. So I just put it over there. Get into the community. Have a great time. And by the way, look at this. Look at the flip. We had the pump and the dump. This is why you should never do what I did. But it was fun while it lasted. And of course, the other point of that I want to make is this is the reason why we scalp, because trades are like ice cubes, man. They melt in your hand. If you don't take the profit, it can just as quickly be taken away from you. Especially on the open, when there is just essentially two-way trade that's going on here. Now we're getting really, really serious sell downs. I'm trying to understand if this is real money flow or this is just more bullshit. But it doesn't really matter for our purposes, because if this is going to go negative trend, it's going to show it up on the chart, and we'll be able to truly follow the moves. I still think there's nothing really clean and clear and directional so far in the market today. So I can't imagine that we're going to have a true duration one side to the other side. It's going to be probably pretty choppy. So you have to only follow the signals when they show up. Right now, everything is sort of negative negative momentum, but still positive trend. And I wrote yesterday, actually, there was a lot of, I wrote yesterday, this is the truest thing in the world. What is the, let's see whoever answers the question. I will give you, I'm trying to figure out because I don't want to have everybody jump around. I'll give you the, it won't be a monetary value. I'll give you the chicken move if you answer this question correctly. Because it's actually the most important question. What is the single most important thing to do in trading? Very non-intuitive, but really, really important, especially when it comes to trading the dots, the way we do. Hey, did Vishnu say he passed it? Oh, it's Vishnu. Hold on a second. We have another winner. Another winner, chicken dinner. Hey, hang on, Vishnu. I can't let you go without Vishnu. You're gonna get the coins and the money and the chickens. Look at that, 2 today. So good. And we're getting a pump. And we're getting a green pump here with $1.32. So we've got to watch this as a possible trade. Good job, Vishnu. Good job. Way to go, man. See? Vishnu's been sitting here having a good time. Good job, man. Awesome. All right, let me stop these. Let me stop these things. Very nice. Very, very nice. Good job. Sit on your hands. Yes, to do nothing. The answer is literally to do nothing. The hardest thing to do in trading and the most important thing is to do nothing. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Everybody getting funded. John getting funded. Holy cow. Let's go. Here we go, John. John, the triple whammy. You get the money. You get the coins. You get the chickens. Good job, man. Everybody getting funded. Hey, that's really cool. Unemployment ECB, I guess. What'd you do? I'm actually curious, guys, how you got funded. Share with everybody because I'm sure people are interested in knowing. Try for the third. Good job. All right. Sitting on your hands. Yes. So, Jerome, you're absolutely right about that. Like right now, I don't have a setup, right? I could have 1,000 opinions, but I don't have a setup. My opinions, as we say so impolitely in New York City, our opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. It doesn't matter. My opinion is immaterial. It's only my setup that matters. And so far, I don't have a setup. I'm not taking it. But what's happening in the market is we're basically kind of playing around is that we had the tariff news, we had the pump. Then we had the market open, reversal on the market, and now we're kind of crawling to the downside. Now everything is turning down. The short term, you can literally see the SMA slope is falling over here in the chart. It's not very big. You can't see it a lot, but the word is falling over here. It means that the near term price action is kind of turning negative, and it may very well stay that way. We'll see. For now, though, the trend still remains positive, and if we get a positive momentum signal, we will trade it. We will trade it. You traded the bounce from each. John, you are degenerate after my own heart. You traded the contra trend move. Good for you. You see, I'm like being, I'm eating my alfalfa, taking my juices. I'm, doing yoga. I'm being just such a goody tooty trend trader, 2-shoot trader today. And honestly, you know what? I can't hate it. Like trading, trend has been been very good to me, as that old SNL skit used to be. He used to do. Trading trend has really been a much better result for me. You guys can see it in my funded. My fundeds are just nice and solid, right? Just running. And again, I'm not looking to make $1 million on my funded tomorrow. I'm looking to make $1 million in a lifetime, and meaning that I don't care that I'm only making a couple $100 a day on the funded as I push it up. I got all the time in the world to get paid out. That's the key thing when you get to funded versus when you're doing evals, you're just all pedal to the metal. You're looking to just to get funded. Your target there, it doesn't matter whether you do it in a day or 100 days. The target is to get funded, so you might as well do it in a day. Whereas when you're in a funded account, it's like your own money, and you don't want to lose your own money in a day. You want to just trade it very, very carefully. All right, we started trying to really turn negative. Interesting. So markets started to turn negative a little bit. Oh shit, really? Oh, air quality. Okay. Still may take us a couple of candles to clear it out, but we'll see. And now, this is where it gets interesting. So as we're watching the charts, right, what do we see on the charts here? Let me see if I can get a little tighter on the charts here. We're starting to probe all of those lows, right? I mean, that 700 low, all of that. And now it gets really interesting because now we're turning negative. Like right over here, you can actually, I'm going to go in my big cursor. That's another really cool thing I love about Wealth Charts. Wealth Charts is browser based, so I have like all these little browser tools that can. This is the old man's tool. It's called a magnifying glass. It's a free extension in Chrome that you can use, and it kind of just gives you, like when you're in a restaurant and you want to see the font on the menu. So like this really gives, you can see like we just turned negative, right? So now we're really in negative mode. And what I'm looking for now is for us to stay negative trend, get a green dot, red dot sequence, which will, be like uptrend, up momentum, down momentum. That down momentum is going to be my trade. We're going to take that trade. Okay. All right. So great technique for passing your eval, but promise me you're not going to do that on your funded, because that's going to be very, very painful very quickly. We'll talk about it in coaching, by the way. Today, if you guys are interested in my coaching, let me put the coaching stuff up here. If you guys are interested in my coaching here or over here, we'll talk a lot about this, about the idea of like how you got to trade very, very differently in order to maintain and grow your accounts. So good for you. I'm really glad you guys passed it. Yeah, I don't, there's clearly a lot of indecision and range-based trading. But mark my words, guys, if not now, and it maybe when I have to leave you, I got to get on a plane I got to get out of the house in 5-10 minutes. So we're going to have to end this early today. But mark my words that maybe in half an hour, maybe in an hour, we're going to develop a trend slice. A trend slice is basically just exactly what that is. It looks like a pizza slice that keeps going up, right? It's the idea of short-term or long-term creating and staying in that position for an hour or two. We're going to get a 2 or 3 hour trend slice, and that is going to be just money, 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 because whichever way it goes, it's going to give us the signals for our proper scalp trades. But we just have to be very patient and watch the price action right now as it tries to decide, how it wants to trade. It's clearly a tug of war. I mean, it's not, the crowd is clearly divided here as to whether any of this matters. And basically the trade now, to the short side is that none of this tariff talk is too little too late. Economy is already starting to slow down. earnings are gonna start to compress, and Jerome is not moving on interest rates. So long as Jerome not moving on interest rates, it's negative from here, and it's gonna press it down. The positive side is like, hey, no, spending is still pretty good. The U.S. consumer is very strong, and if we can just get this tariff stuff worked out, everybody's going to go back to investing and capitalizing because Trump is very positive for business, and we should pump it up. So that's the trade of war narratively that's going on, and we're just watching it, on a minute by minute basis on the charts. No, I'm doing coaching. I actually sent out the email. I am going to do it from Florida. Assuming there's no delays in flights, but they shouldn't be. Today is a nice clean day. I'm flying out of JFK, not Newark, so I should be in Boca Raton later today, and I'll be trading from there. So definitely looking forward to it. Yeah. No, it's for sure. I agree. Good job. Good job, John. Hey, Major. Where's this Major? Email me your email address. If you just purchased it right now, it just because I haven't had a chance. It may take me a couple of hours because I got to be on the road today. But just email me to remind me that you where you are, and did you fill out the form? And if you filled out the form, I'll be able to enable you. No, it's not like we haven't. They're having. I don't think they've had the call yet. Let's take a look at. I got about 5 minutes with you guys, then I got to go. Let's see what the latest is from everybody. But no, you're right. No, they had a talk, but no. No, I don't see anything. I don't see any headlines here. Here's Kathy's preview on non-farm payrolls, which I'm going to go through with you guys tomorrow. So definitely come join me for the NFPs. We are negative bid, pretty clean negative bid at this point. Actually testing the lows. Now this is where it gets interesting because I noticed this a lot in early morning trade. I mean early New York open morning trade. So we get to the critical support points, right? This is where we made the overnight lows, and this is where the rubber hits the road. If we start breaking this to the downside, that really pretty much establishes, I think, a pretty strong negative flow, and that gives us great opportunities to be able to find short dots, red dots when the setup sets up, or we just get a V-shaped recovery, and then it's just basically back to flat line, and we have no trend definition, and we have to be more patient. So, be it as it may, we will we'll watch it. We'll watch it and see. Yeah, no, I don't even use the dump. There's no point for me to using the dump because we're always indicator based. That's why I just simply use the. I don't want to pollute my chart. As you guys see, my chart is very, very simple. It's the indicator plus the execution applet with the brackets built in. That's what makes wealth charts so powerful. It just keeps it super, super clean. So we're breaking the lows. We took out the 700s. That's really interesting. This just indicates that we're probably going to be pretty negative slice here next 5-10 minutes. Unfortunately, I can't trade this with you, but I'm pretty confident that if you guys kind of stay for the next half hour yourselves and trade this when the setup happens. And the setup would be the following: we get a green dot, red dot, green dot, red dot. That should be a pretty strong very high probability setup for a short for us. So if you hang out and see that happening, I think you guys are going to be in good hands trying to take that trade. Okay, I'm going to run, guys, again. Coaching right over here. Get your QR code for coaching. I'll get you the Apex accounts, and I'm going to give you more of the Apex. Apex is 71% off as long as you guys use my code. Here's the Apex. Use that code, BK Save, dirt cheap. $30, $40, $25,000 accounts. I think like $50, $50,000 accounts. Go out there, go get a few of them for tomorrow, because I think, if you want to get funded, tomorrow's going to be a really great day. Get like 4 or 5 of them in your bag. Maybe we get funded on 2 or 3 of them, and you'll be in great shape. And then we'll start trading the funded accounts and go for payout money, which is exactly what we all want to do. Okay. Really, really fun trading with you guys. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed this. Very, very excited for tomorrow for the wealth charts. Remember, we're going to be 8:15, early. So 8:15, then we're going to trade the news. Then it's going to be a little bit calmer. So maybe we'll go through the wealth charts configurations and then see if we can set up any more trades. Oh yeah, absolutely. I actually use, I don't know if you guys can see it. I absolutely love this. On your iWatch, you have the alarm feature, the timer feature. I use it all the time. It's super, super good. All right, guys. I see everybody tonight for coaching, and I see everybody tomorrow for non-farm payrolls. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. A lot of fun. We're getting ready. Red, green, red. Give me money on the Fed. I'll see you guys later. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.